We're making strides on our backyard renovation now that the shipping container pool is installed. But for safety purposes now, we need to enclose our yard with a fence. And John, it sounds like you're the right guy to talk to about that.
Yes, I am. I've been an installer for about 19 years now, and this fence is going to provide you with the safety that you need and also going to meet the municipality code requirements.
And what are those code requirements?
So the code says you got to be at least 4 foot tall with the fence, and you can only have up to a 4-inch air gap, which is the space between your pickets or any open space in the fence. This one's going to be 6 foot tall, and it's going to be solid for you, so you're going to go above and beyond, basically. Vinyl is a great option for a pool fence. It's not going to rust or rot, being that it's vinyl. Over time, it's going to pay for itself because it's almost maintenance free. You just got to wash it down and keep it clean. So the first thing you want to look at is your post here. As you can see, you've got your top rail hole, and you notice this is routed out to fit the profile of the rails. A nice thing about having a routed post, it gives you a little more structural soundness for the fence panel, which you've got your bottom rail hole, and then we also put a weep hole in the bottom, because when we dig these posts, we go down 3 foot deep to get below the frost line, and that weep hole helps when we fill the post up with cement and slide this post down in, the cement gets all the way through that post.
So it'll come up and out the weep holes to hold it down and solid.
Yeah, exactly. And then the next thing you want to look at is your bottom rail here. The bottom rail and the top rail are going to be almost identical. However, two big differences. This bottom rail will have a steel channel in it right here, help with stability. And we're also going to put a black lock ring in that'll go inside the post when you install this rail. And then once you get that in there, you push this down and it gets in the post and it expands itself so the rail does not fall out. Now you also have the picket channel right here, and this is where the vertical pickets slide in to make up the privacy fence.
Okay, and what's the first step on the installation of this fence?
The first step we'd want to do is dig a hole and set a post.
All right, let's get started.
Okay. The first thing we like to do is make sure the property line is marked so the fence is on your own property. And then after we get that established, we call the utility protection services so we can see where any underground utilities are so we can safely dig in the whole area and nobody gets harmed.
Okay, and what have you marked down here?
So right now we've got our string line up. We like to sit this on the back side of our fence post so we know where to put the posts, and then this helps us keep them plumb and level. And then we also have our pink mark here. We do every 8 foot on center so we know exactly where to dig our holes.
All right, John, any tips?
Yeah, first thing I would do after you get this hole established here is shift your body over and push the string line out of your way so you're not going to snap it.
Okay.
Perfect.
And this post hole digger is specially meant for this?
Yeah, we go 3 foot deep on these posts to get below the frost line, and these help you get down there as opposed to using a spade shovel or something, which if you're going to go 3 foot deep with that, you're going to make a really, really, really big hole.
Okay, so this is specifically made to make a narrower hole.
Yeah, specifically for a narrower hole.
All right, John, we're down to 36 inches.
All right, perfect. Next thing we're going to do is fill that hole up with concrete. What we use is bags of Portland cement, and then on the back of our trucks, we actually have a sand and gravel mix. Gives it a nice consistency, a nice strength.
So I see most people usually put the post in and then fill around it. Why do you do it this way instead?
We like to fill the hole up first with the cement, so when we slide that post down in, the cement goes inside of it, and then it comes out that weep hole to help strengthen it and help keep it down any inclement weather that comes through. All right, so what we're gonna do here is make sure we get this nice and plumb up against the line using our level here. We wanna check both sides, and that should be good. All right, so we got that post set. Now the next thing we wanna do is backfill it with the dirt. Just get it shoveled in there. All right, so you wanna take that mallet there, so we're gonna fine tune the height. You wanna keep tapping it down a little bit, and then we're gonna get tight to grade. Since you have a small dog, which that looks perfect right there, so we're going to be able to use that post and follow the rest of your grade of your yard to get the other post sighted in so everything flows nice, keeps you tight to the ground, keeps the dog in.
Okay, and we have to let this sit for a little while before we can work any further.
Yeah, we need to let this cement cure for a day or two before we put any panels up. But we do have some posts set over here and we can go start working on some panels.
Okay.
Take our side strips here, get your screws, and we can start putting the pickets in.
Slide it over.
Yep. There's going to be 13 pickets per panel here. All right, looks good. That rip fits perfect. So our next step here is we're going to put this top rail on. So now what we want to do is put a little screw in here on the top rail. That helps hold that rail inside your post so it doesn't slide out. And the last thing you got is a cap.
Yeah. John, the fence turned out amazing, and I know we're gonna feel a lot safer now that the pool and the yard are completely enclosed.
Yeah, this fence is perfect to offer you the privacy and the protection that you need with the pool and to help enclose your landscape.
Well, thank you so much.
No problem, thank you.
Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.